It is Monday and we are live. As I am tuning in, I'm tuning in from my home office here in OK Falls. And I am so happy that you have joined me. Let me know where you are joining in from and put the hashtag new if you are a newbie, and put hashtag pro if you are one of my pros. Yes, I can see some people are joining in. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you don't know me, my name is Rosemary Mpambwa. I'm a relationship coach, and I have been fortunate enough to have my work published in major publications like NBC, CBC, USA Today, and Fox News. I have published several books, and my first book was this one here, Exhume or Heal, which will teach you about how to recover from life transgressions. Okay, so what is procrastination? Why are we talking about this today? Why are we even thinking about talking about procrastination? Do you even procrastinate? How do you know that you are procrastinating? Procrastination is a copy mechanism. I have discovered that it is a copy mechanism because for me, when I want to do something and I always put it at the bottom of the list, it's always that I put it aside and I have all these reasons and excuses for not doing it right there and then. Procrastination is a broken behavior that you need to stop because you keep putting the things that you know you need to do at the back of your mind. You know it's very important, but you keep putting it at the bottom of your list, or you keep brushing it aside. Procrastination is also defined as a freeze mode because when you see something or when you hear something that scares you, you go into fighter, right? You either fight or you flee or you freeze, right? So the 3 F's, you remember: fight, flee, and freeze. So the first time you want to do something, you flee from it. And then you start to fight your thoughts, whether you really need to do this or not. And then you come up with all these excuses why you shouldn't do it. And lastly, you flee from the idea of doing it. That's why you always find yourself procrastinating. I'm also guilty of this. There's things that I need to stop using procrastination as an excuse, because every time I always say, oh, why am I procrastinating? Oh, I am such a procrastinator. A lot of people call themselves, oh, I am such a procrastinator. I am guilty of procrastinating. But do you know what you're doing? You are actually labeling yourself that you are a procrastinator. Procrastination is a behavior, it's a habit, and it's a copy mechanism for you to explain or to justify why you are not doing what you need to do. So, how do you overcome procrastination? That's the biggest question. How do you overcome it? Number one, stop labeling yourself as a procrastinator. Oh, I'm such a procrastinator. Oh, I'm such a this. Oh, I am guilty of procrastinating. What you are doing is you are enabling yourself to continue being in the procrastination mode, procrastinating behavior. And procrastinating is not your personality, and it's not how you were born to do your to perform even your daily activities. It's not your personality, and it's a behavioral pattern, a broken behavioral pattern that you need to stop. Ask yourself these questions. Why am I procrastinating? Ask yourself, why am I procrastinating? Is it because there is something that you are afraid of? Procrastination is usually done, or you usually procrastinate because you are using fear as uh, as your action. You're using fear because you are so scared either of the results, or you are scared of the steps that you need to go through so that you can perform that activity. I remember when I was applying to register the Women's Center for it to be a charity registration, there was so much work that needed to be done. And to tell you the truth, I did not even procrastinate because I really wanted to get the Women's Center registered as a charity organization. And then there are other activities that I always ask myself, why haven't I even sent an email to this guy? Why haven't I called this organization? And then I label myself, oh, I'm such a procrastinator. Procrastination is a broken behavior that we need to stop. Most of the times we are scared either to go through the steps because it will require so much work for us to complete that activity that you need to complete. Then ask yourself, how are you feeling now when you are in your procrastination mode? Ask yourself, how am I feeling now? What is your mental chatter telling you right now? How are you feeling? Are you feeling settled, or you are so scared, or you are just all over the place? Your emotions are all over the place. Number 3, are you stressed out? I have discovered that when I procrastinate to do something, it's because I am so stressed of not doing that activity, or I'm so stressed because of other activities that I've been carrying on in my life, and I can't get myself to do that one thing that I really need to do. I know I need to do it, but for some reason, I always seem to brush it aside. Procrastination is also caused by stress. When you are so stressed out, you can't think straight. When you are so stressed out, you go into this fight or flee or freeze mode. You don't know what to do with yourself because your emotions are all over the place. When you're stressed, you are so exhausted that you can't even get yourself to do the things that you really need to do. Are you so scared to complete that task because you are scared that it might put you in a different status in your life? Okay, let's look at the things that make you feel better. What are the things that make you feel better? Remind yourself, well, if I do this thing that I'm procrastinating about, how is the result going to improve my life? Right? How is the results of that activity going to improve my life? Or you are just lazy to do that activity. You keep putting it at the bottom of your list because you just don't want to put in the effort to do it. There are 2 types of procrastination: productive procrastination and destructive procrastination. So, productive procrastination is you take a break to relieve your stress, right? You are so stressed out and you can't think straight. And even if you try or you push yourself to do that assignment or that activity or to write that email, because your thoughts are all over the place, you are going to be rambling through that email and miss out the key important points that you need to list. Productive procrastination is when you tell yourself, Rose, I need a break for now. so that I can calm myself down. Productive procrastination is also used when you are angry or hyped up about something and you are not thinking straight, you are not acting as as your normal self. And so you decide, you know what, let me take a breather, let me take a step back so that I can see if this is right for me to do. That's productive procrastination. And then destructive procrastination. This is also compiled of micro procrastinations. You waste so much time scrolling down the internet, looking for nothing. Most of the times we are just looking at other people's pictures. But are you learning anything from that? No, right? No, you are not learning anything from that. You want to buy something online that you want to use for your business, but you find yourself looking for other things that have nothing to do with the actual item that made you go on Amazon, right? That's destructive procrastination. And before you know it, you have wasted about an hour looking for nothing. And you ask yourself, what have I been searching on Amazon? Nothing. And you still haven't bought that item that made you go to Amazon to buy that item. Destructive procrastination is when you actively, right, actively avoid doing things that you need to do. You are aware that you are now in your procrastination mode, and you still go ahead and put that thing at the bottom of the list. And before you know it, it's almost a year before you send that important email to that important contact that could turn your life or your business around. We all suffer from perfectionism, right? I suffer from that too. Sometimes I don't do things because I want it to look perfect, because I'm always thinking, okay, what will the viewers say when they see this post? And, it doesn't have the right colors, the pictures are not very clear, and the text on the post is not very nicely written. And then before you know it, you waste an hour trying to perfect that post instead of you just posting it and then let your viewers judge for themselves. We waste so much time being perfect, and that's destructive procrastination. Have you ever thought that procrastination is also a mental health issue? This can be caused by depression, anxiety, childhood trauma that's causing you to overthink of things because you overprocess things in your head. And before you know it, you cannot perform the things that you need to perform. And there you go, you have procrastination right in front of you. So thank you so much. That's all I had for you today. And for those that are watching live, thank you so much. And for those that are going to watch the replay, I wish you all the best. And I hope you will stop procrastinating. Thank you so much for joining me. See you again in our weekly live next week, Monday. Have a good day and have a week. Bye-bye.